Hey, greetings viewers. Thanks for joining me outside on a beautiful sunny day today. I wanted to go around the new shop truck. I know if you were watching, you were probably wondering what those Chevys were all about. You can get Chevy for about free, fix it up and sell it. Selling a couple of Chevys, and I found this truck and it was just right, so I put a little bit of my own money in. And yeah, new shop truck is Toyota. Now, one thing real quick, I had a '07 Tundra was my first one. I had a 2004, then I had a 2014, then I had a 2004. Now I got this 2000 over here, and now this one's a 2010. So that's how many different Tundras I've had, and this is definitely my favorite platform. And I was super happy to find this one with the Rock Warrior wheels. It's like somebody built this truck for me, and it just took 15 years to find me. This is an unusual TRD sticker I was going to show you if you could see it in just right. It used to say TRD Ranger Limited Edition, and it had a little badge from Ranger Boats here. This truck was a prize in a bass fishing competition. There were several of these Tundras with apparently a matching boat from Ranger Boats, and they made this TRD. It's got the Bilstien TRD suspension. It had the TRD Ranger stickers on it, right, Slim? You can see it had some weird flares. I took those off, and I'm glad I did. Rusty. This was, yeah, Slim, I hear you, buddy. This was a one family owned truck. This is TRD Racing Development down here. Got a little tiny antenna. I like that. I really love the wheels. I don't know about the aftermarket lights, if those were added later or not. But the TRD grill, I couldn't really find much out about it other than testimony from the original owner. Little booger on it here and there. It's got a couple little boogers. It's a 15-year-old truck with 200,000 miles on it, but it's got nice wheels on it. It's got nice stance to it. I love the color. It's a truck I was so happy to see when it came up, and was fortunate that I was able to sell that other Chevy in right away and get it. I added these. It's real nice inside. I added the 10 shifter knob because it's a 2010, and I put my trailer brake right there. It kind of sticks out, but that's a nice place for it because there's a knee airbag under there, and I don't want it to shove that brake controller through my knee. There's a booger on the seat over there, but other than that, the interior's just absolutely perfect. It's got a real nice aftermarket stereo, and I found it to be plugged into the OBD2 port. The more I investigated it, you can pull up things like trouble codes on it. This is what unit it is. It was in here when I got it, but it really bumps too. They got nice speakers in here. Yeah, it'll display your tire pressures and all kinds of other interesting things that aren't necessary in a radio, but it does them. I like the 10 ball. I wish it wasn't blue, but I don't mind it being blue. The cavernous console, the little sliding party trick of the armrest. Now this is to keep Oswald dirty feet from ruining the seat immediately. I'll give him a little bit on that, but it came with the real nice floor mats. It's got the information center up there, so I think it's SR5. It's got power seat over there. Oh, Slim wants in, that's for sure. Look at the muddy footprints. Come on, Slim. Oh, come down here. Yeah, now ordinarily I won't care. 2 months from now, I won't care. I've only had this for a couple weeks, put a little over 1,000 miles on it. so far. No sunroof. It's not a limited, so it doesn't have the roll down back window, or it's not a 4-door. But it is super duper nice inside. 5.7. I love that it's been debadged. It does have the stock exhaust, and it does have a crack in one of the exhaust manifolds. And whether you think it's good or bad, it came with a really, really nice set of headers. Now look at them flanges. They're huge. The flange where it bolts to the engine, huge. They look really well made. They're stainless. The welds are phenomenal everywhere. I have checked them out. Yeah. Am I going to be better off with cracked manifolds that seal up once the engine gets warm? Or am I going to be stupid and put these headers on? What do you think? I pretty much know what I'm going to do already, but customer Jeeps. But I would like your opinion on that, because I don't know. Is it a stock exhaust manifold going to be better than the header? I think I can get to them easy enough. It looks like it isn't a difficult job. Difficult? I watched a YouTube video that I can fix. It's got mud terrains on it, which is kind of weird. One of them is really funny, but the alignment is good, and I think maybe it was run low pressure. Don't really know. Shorty antenna, not real sure about. Like I say, not real sure about these headlights, but I don't hate them. Same thing with the tail lights that are aftermarket. They blacked out the fog lights down here. Those do work. Of course, got my main plate on there. I like the TRD emblem in the grill. And these 5.7 with the 6-speed automatic. It's a great powertrain for towing. So I got a few things to do to this, like the headers. I doubt I'll modify the exhaust beyond that. I do have a broken leaf spring, or cracked leaf spring on the other side. It's still all there. It's not posing a problem, but I'm going to fix that, so you'll get to see that. Man, yeah. This is actually the tonneau cover off the Chevy, and it hangs over tiny bit. It's got a silly plastic bed liner in here. I put a rubber mat on top that doesn't really fit, just to keep my shit from sliding around. Ordinarily I would take this out, but until I'm ready to patch the holes in the bed floor. These trucks were notorious for rusting in 4 places on the mounts where the bed went, and this one is rusted in all 4 of those. So right now this plastic liner's keeping all my stuff in, tonneau cover's keeping weather out, rubber mat to keep it from sliding around. And yeah, we go from there. These are those tail lights. They're LED, they're bright, they look good. Truck looks good right now. I washed it, I picked it up, and it was salty and snowy, but now I'm just rambling. This is the only bad rust spot I found that I wasn't aware of, and that's not terrible, but I'm going to definitely address it when the weather gets nice. There's a few little pieces along the tailgate. Oh, the day I brought it home, I pulled it in the garage. When I went to leave, the garage door didn't go all the way up because it was like below 0, and for some reason it didn't go all the way up, and I backed out and I tore that light off, so I had to fix that. Hadn't even had the truck for 2 hours yet. Fire extinguisher. Carry a fire extinguisher. You'll be glad you did if you ever need one. You may never need one, but if you do, you'd be glad to have it. This with the trailer brake has a wire you can get that plugs the trailer brake directly into the truck. There is just enough room to run it around to where I mounted mine. There's that little spot that's wore out. But it's right up here. You can find it right above this kick panel is your plug-in. You can see it's that white plug right there. And then I run the wires across. There's just enough to get it to this point right here. And yeah, see there, it kicks it on. Let you know there's no trailer attached right now. But I can still get to the emergency part under here. It's easy to set. I honestly don't grab it when I grab the shifter. These have a huge ugly plastic shifter I didn't like. It cleared the brake, but I wanted to put this pool ball on. I like pool ball shifters. I always have. You know that if you've watched my show. And this is a 2010 truck. So 2010, keeping about the video to 10 minutes. I want to fix that. That's ugly. 200,000. Got my camera up there. Man, I just love it. You're going to see everything I do to this one. I didn't show a lot on the second Chevy because nobody seemed to care about the first Chevy, which I thought was way cooler. But both those trucks have gone to good homes. This truck has found its forever home, and people will laugh when I say that because they know me, but they'll see. This is awesome, and I'm super happy to have it. I've had it about 2 weeks now. Yeah. So you're going to see more of that. You're going to see more of this, the old 2000 Tundra. Great trail rig. I know a lot of people give me grief because it was such a pretty truck, but once it went down the hill backwards and got totaled, it wasn't so pretty anymore, and now it's an awesome trail rig. These things tow so great. Now I'm 12 minutes in. I hope this didn't go on too long. If I didn't answer a question you might have about these trucks, I just went over the cool factor of it. Didn't really go over a lot. It does have the auto limited slip. Let's see, huge brakes, giant rear end, 6-speed transmission, 5.7, which is awesome. Only thing wrong with that is the manifolds break on them. Let me know what you think about the headlights and taillights in it, if you like them or not. Man, I am super happy, and the color's pyrite. Arr, it's pyrite mica, if you were curious about that. And the frame and underneath of this truck is in beautiful shape. Allegedly, it was a one-family owned vehicle that went through 3 members of the family, but it was definitely built to my specifications. I super love it. I super love you guys. Be good to each other. Have a super great day.